Sure. Let's go.
Good afternoon, Mr. ONAH. How are you doing today?
Good, good. Let's
Awesome.
do
We're
it.
so happy to have you here today.
Awesome.
So let's jump right in. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Francis ONAH, from Lagos, Nigeria, Africa,
Awesome.
by the way of Cross River State. I'm from the south of Nigeria, but I grew up in Lagos though. So I was born in Lagos, then grew up in Lagos, schooled in Lagos, and moved to the United States for my master's degree. Then
Wow, sounds great. So tell us, how did you get into music?
playing music was growing up. Church like most of the artists out there. It's almost like everybody started from church. But for me too, it was from church. Growing up, watching my brother play percussion in church, then my sisters, they were in the choir too, so I would always go with them to church, to the choir rehearsals and all that. So kind of picked it up from there, playing percussion, and from there moved into learning the piano, then playing trumpet, then now saxophone.
So what was your inspiration? What inspired you to get into music?
First inspiration was from the creator. Then I'd say, the enormous support I got from my parents, that was really helpful too. Then, like I said before, I think I got more into just wanting to play this music when I saw my brother, he would play the percussion like, it was really good playing the percussion in church, so that kind of got me going like, oh man, I want to play too. So started playing percussion. I got very good playing percussion too. Then started moving up the ladder, just trying to get into playing other instruments. But like I said, my parents were very helpful through the process. They will help buy materials for me. Growing up then in Nigeria, we didn't have a lot of access to, materials like now. Now you have YouTube and all those cool stuff. But when I was growing up playing music, I had to borrow, like, if I see somebody with a CD, maybe a jazz CD or something, original copy, I got to borrow it, bring it home, give it to my dad, then it'll help, to just get a copy of it, and I return the original to the owner. Then I have a copy too, So, but before CD, it started off with tape, cassette tape. I don't know if you know. Yeah, so you record to a cassette tape, then you listen, to whatever music you want to learn. Then, we went into the CD era where you got to put music on CDs and all that. Then, but now, we have MP3. Then now we have Spotify, Apple, and all that. So you don't even have to do too much now. You can just go online, subscribe to maybe Apple Music. Then you can always get any music you want. But so yeah, I got a lot of help, from my parents. So I guess that's what really got me going. And
Well, you
to
definitely have a good background and inspiration going on.
yeah, everywhere.
Sounds great. So tell me, how would you describe that music that you typically create?
um, I grew up in Africa, in Nigeria, so I listened to a lot of highlife, Afrobeat, Fela Kuti, Femi Kuti, Lagbaja, and a lot of highlife music too. Orlando Julius, Victor Laya. So putting all this together, kind of help my shape my direction of music, so to say. So my music is more Afrocentric, so play a lot of so African sound, but with some element of jazz, with some global influence. Let's put it that way. So I play more of African music sound, if you can call it that way, than with some global influence. Yeah.
Sounds nice. Very nice. Well, I'd like to know, how is that creative process?
For me, I'm a man, anywhere where it come from, you know. But usually, the sound just pops in your head, you have an idea in your head, and uh, now it's a lot easier, you can pull out your phone, you have all these softwares on your phone where you can quickly just record the sound down, but back in the day, man, we used to have like a CD tape player, like a Walkman. Yeah, we call it Walkman then. So God help you, you have one that has a record functionality, so you record on your tape, go back, rewind, listen to it, But fast forward, now I use my phone, So whenever I get any idea, I just quickly record on my phone. Usually it stems from the bass line. I don't know. That's the first thing I always hear, like the bass groove. Just like the title track of my debut album, Iripia. So the idea is just so that was how it started. Then, you start trying to shape the music, like, what should this guitar sound like, the keyboard, the ons and all that. Then I always try to fix every other thing. But the inspiration always comes from like maybe the bass groove or maybe guitar groove or something. Then you just start to build from there. So that's how it comes to me,
Sounds good. You have a good background in music.
Yeah. So to say. Still learning.
So tell me, who would you like to collaborate with?
Right now, most of the people I'd like to collaborate with, honestly, some of them, the past, I'd always love the idea of just doing something with Hugh Masekela. I love the idea of doing something with Manu Dibango. Got a lot of inspiration from Manu, growing up, listening to a lot of, like I said, my parents bought me a lot of Manu Dibango album, Masekela, but so those guys are past. The living, those that are still living, maybe one day, someday, with my former boss, Femi Kuti, Richard Bonar, yeah, maybe Lagbaja, Yeah, so I still like to work with some of these great guys, because they really inspired me. They inspired my style of music now, I listen to them a lot growing up, so yeah, look forward to that. Hopefully it happens.
Man, those are a lot of great artists that you just named.
Yep.
So tell me, if you could open a show for any one of them, who would it be?
The living legend himself. I would say Femi Kuti, my former boss. Yeah. And why? Because, he gave me, and I'm always very thankful for the opportunity. So this man really exposed me to the global music scene. When I was playing with the band then, The Positive Force, I had the opportunity to tour with the band for approximately like 4 years, So traveling with him, man, exposed me to a lot of stuff, played different jazz festivals around the world, Walmart Festival in Spain, New Zealand, traveled to Japan with him, Singapore, just traveling Europe, everywhere, so, but, so every time I think about that, I'm like, hey, man, that would be a great way to say thank you, just open a show for him, hopefully before he retires. Yeah. But I look forward to that, though.
Good.
Yeah.
So you sound like you have your best talent locked down, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, what do you think is your most useless talent that you have?
Useless talent, Olonwu. Outside martial arts, I would say it may be soccer. I'll say soccer, yeah. Yeah, because I grew up playing soccer. And if you play soccer with me now, you probably have an idea, and so I know some of my friends will probably see this video and they'll be like, oh, more that guy. Yeah, but honestly, I wished growing up for us, we had the opportunity that a lot of the kids have now. because it was a taboo then when I was growing up, even music. I think I was just blessed, to have parents who just believed in me, and they felt like, okay, you know what, we're going to support you, whatever you want to do. Because I tell you what, like when I was growing up, if you play music or you play soccer on the street, you're considered like you're not serious. You see what I'm saying? So every time they see you, they're like, "Oh, God, go and carry your book and read." What did they do? All your mates, they read. They play soccer, or you're playing music all around, And at some point, I'll tell you honestly, I think I experienced one time where somebody was almost talking down on my mom. It's almost like, you're gonna mess up this boy's life. You better let him go to school, blah blah blah. He's just playing music. Every time we come here, he's not home. He's always somewhere playing music. So I heard it then. It was kind of like a booster for me too. I'm like, man, I'm gonna disappoint these people. I'll make sure that school you're talking about, I'll get to the highest level I can, and I'll still play this music. And thankfully, yeah, I have master's degrees, and I still play my music. So, and I'm glad, that my parents, gave me that opportunity. What happened? Are we still on? Okay. So yeah, and I'm glad my parents, gave me that opportunity to keep playing music, So which turns out to be what it is now. So thankful for that. But yeah, soccer would have been if I got that support then, I'd have been maybe retired by now, but yeah, that's kind of like a useless talent. But it's not useless, because I still play every weekend, play recreational soccer now.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what one person thinks is useless is pretty interesting to the other person.
Yeah.
All right, let's step aside and away from the fun part of the interview. Let's get to the technical part.
Okay.
All right, so how do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
As far as the internet, I think we should be thankful for the internet now, because it's given a lot of people that, it just gives us that independence, where, back in the day, man, you want to play music, you want to make it in music or through music, you got to either have a lot of money or, somebody that knows the big boys in the industry, So you got to be dependent, on somebody to just help you to climb the ladder, to make it big in music. But now, man, you can literally do your music, use one of these distribution companies, like for me, I use DistroKid, so they help put your music out there. So you have your music on iTunes, Amazon, and all these places. Then all you got to do is just keep promoting your music, and you get it out there. So you don't even have to settle for, oh, I got to rely on this record label or this set of people to just get my music career going or something, So I mean, even though you need help whichever way you can, but that doesn't still stop you from doing something. So with the internet these days, I feel like you can just get something going for yourself till at least you get the breakthrough or you get that big support you're looking for. Yeah, so I think it's been a positive vibe, with the internet and the music industry.
Good. Sounds great. All right, so tell me, what is your favorite song to perform?
The title track of my debut album, Eripia. Yeah, maybe first, that music was dedicated to my daughter, and that music, the message behind the music, was kind of very inspirational to me, brought a lot of joy and all that to me. So I thought that music will be my number one for a long time. Yeah, for a very long time. So That will always be my favorite. I think at any show I perform at, yeah, any show, that music has to, I got to play that music. Eripia, yeah. So you guys go check it out, Eripia, on iTunes, yeah. It's out there everywhere.
All right. So what's next for you?
Right now, I'm working on my next album. So I kind of feel like I delayed a little bit, because this was supposed to happen maybe 2 years ago. So, but there was a little bit of delay, which is good. Never too late, So, but now I'm trying to see if I can hit like maybe 15 to 20 tracks on this album, which is a lot. But yeah, I'm working towards that, and I really hope I can hit that number. I mean, I'm not pressured by anything. I'm just, setting a goal for myself, and so I really want to hit that goal. So hopefully, early next year we should get something coming. Yeah, that's gonna be.
Well, Mr. Francis ONAH,
Yes.
this was a great interview.
Thank you very much, and thank you for coming out to talk to me.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We look forward
To my next album,
to
right?
your next
Yeah,
album.
thank you very much. Yeah, and I hope to see you guys at my next show. Special invitation for you guys.
Oh, VIP.
Yes, thank you.